Hi, I wanted to do a quick video about Sun conjunct Mars in the natal chart and how this can show up if you have this in your natal chart. So the Sun is about how we show up in the world, how we want to express our identity. It's kind of like our ego in a way. And Mars is also quite an ego planet because Mars is about our drives to do things, our selfish drives, our I suppose I could call it survival drives, kind of like what I can do to kind of get what I want. And we all have this in us. And so when you have them conjunct in a natal chart, it can show up as someone who is a very kind of a strong personality, kind of a determined go-getter, someone who can be quite impulsive, but also likes to shine in a strong way, because the Sun, is the shiny part of us, and Mars is the strong warrior type in us. So it's, they're very energetic people, these people, because they're, Sun and Mars are both very energetic. And so if you combine them, if you blend them, it's going to make for a very energetic person. Someone who usually probably doesn't shy away from conflict. Depending on other aspects, there might be some other things going on, but it definitely, there's an element of, and part of this person that is very self-focused, sort of, not necessarily in a bad way, but just kind of self-focused and driven. To shine, to be strong, to achieve. I look at this as a very assertive energy when this conjunction is going on in someone's natal chart. They can be very driven, very quick to react, very quick to. They may be quick to anger, because Mars has to do with our anger, and Sun is kind of how we act and how we kind of show up in the world. And so that Mars is really going to blend with the Sun in a way that it gives it kind of a very assertive quality, and it can show up in both positive and negative ways, if you want to put it that way. So it can be someone who's a go-getter and very positively a go-getter in a positive way, or it can be someone who is sort of quick to anger or quick to react, and it's kind of a powerful aspect. Like they can be very quick to assert themselves, they know what they want, they know what to do in a situation. And so I think it probably depends on other aspects, but it can show up in both of those ways. And it can be, you can have this, if somebody has this aspect in their chart, it can show up either way, or it can be kind of like a combination of both. So, sometimes they can be very assertive in a good way, kind of knowing what they want, going after it, kind of performing in a strong way. Sun is kind of like performance. Mars is like our strength, our warrior qualities, our warrior tendencies. And so the other way is, that they can show up as someone who is kind of a very assertive to the point of almost aggression, or a kind of like impulsive energies being constantly shot out of them, if that makes sense, because it does create a very assertive and a very impulsive personality, I guess. And so, yeah, I just wanted to quickly say a few words about Sun conjunct Mars and how that can show up. Yeah, I feel like I covered the main points of this that I wanted to say. So thanks very much for watching this, and I hope to see you again soon.